Hello, Dr. J here with some more Let's Play Legend of Zelda the Third Quest. We are here at the entrance to level 5. Let's go inside and see what horrors await us within. This one has sort of a dark gray motif going on. We are greeted by some more red Darknuts who are old hat at this point and not too tough with our shiny new white sword. We are obviously going to need to find the key for that locked door. I think those are blue bubbles, which means that they restore your sword when they hit you. Which might sound strange, but there are also red bubbles that take away your sword semi-permanently. And blue bubbles are often the best way to get your sword back. These Gibdos are pretty strong and take 4 hits even with the white sword. That does not make them dangerous enemies, though, because they just wander around randomly and are very slow. We're full on bombs, but I don't know, grab those bombs just because. The principle of the thing. That is, I think, a red bubble, so that will take away our sword semi-permanently, and I think going to a fairy fountain is one way to restore it, or getting hit by a blue bubble will restore it. You definitely want to try not to get hit by those. Some wall masters. I want those, there we go, those rupees, but I don't want to get hit by a wall master and taken back to the start of the dungeon. We now have the dungeon map already. And they definitely gave a good hint that you need to push that block by the fact that it is bordered by those 2 water tiles. So that's very fair. Let's see if there is a bombable wall up there on the north. Okay, and we got hit by the red bubble. There is not a bombable wall there. So yeah, I still can't use my sword, and I'm not going to... Oh, there's a bombable wall there. Let's come back to that after we get hit by one of these blue bubbles to get our sword restored. Thank you. That is a mechanic that was first introduced in the second quest of the original Legend of Zelda. The first quest did not have the blue-red bubble mechanic. Okay, there's a fairy in here. Let's remember she's here in case we need a health refill. I find an old man who tells us there is a secret with the soldier statue. That is extremely vague. There are Armos statues everywhere. So... And I mean, it's pretty much a given that there's going to be a secret with one or more of them. So not the most helpful of hints. Looks like we need to go back to the western area. Whatever. Bubbles are hard to avoid because of how fast they are. We now have the key that we need to get through this locked door. Wizrobes. This is the first appearance of Wizrobes. They teleport around and shoot magic at you. I did vastly prefer the sound effect for their magical beam attack in the original game. I thought it sounded quite a bit more powerful. This just sounds very weak sauce. I was just wondering if there was a bombable wall there. There isn't. By the way, I mentioned in the last video that I lost some progress and had to re-record. Obviously, we are going to need a dungeon item to get that key, since we can't get it with our boomerang. It means we presently have no way of getting that key. I mentioned in the previous video that I had to re-record some progress. Something really interesting happened off-camera. Oh, interrupting my story. We have to give this guy the bait to make him go away. The game doesn't let us just slay him to get by. So we had to give him food to get by. That's why we picked up the bait earlier. But anyway, trying to continue my story. A really interesting thing happened off screen. I encountered a glitch where, as I was redoing level 4, I pushed a block that didn't exist. By which I mean a block just randomly appeared in my way and moved and made the "you revealed a secret" sound, but didn't do anything else. It just played the reveal, "you revealed a secret" sound, and then nothing happened. Very bizarre glitch. I wish I had caught it on camera because it was really interesting. Not sure exactly how I made it happen. These guys are going to be a pain without our sword beams, because they have a high chance of turning and running right into us while we're trying to, just like that, while we're trying to stab them from behind or the side. And blue dark nuts are pretty strong. They have a lot of health. They do a lot of damage, so I'm getting wrecked by that guy. Alright, I don't want to risk dying, so I'm just going to try to finish these guys with bombs. A fairy, perfect. Thank you. I wonder if there is a bombable wall here. No. Up here? Not there either. Just making sure. I have enough bombs I can be a little bit liberal with them, though not too much. I will run out if I'm not careful. More Gibdos, who are a little more threatening when I don't have sword beams, but they're still so slow that they're not too bad. Also, they do recoil when you hit them, which is likewise quite helpful for... Alright, and we're back to full health. Alright, now this one's evil, because it's not even on the map. But I remembered it. It's another bomb upgrade. Don't want to miss that. Now we can hold 16 bombs. That's starting to get pretty respectable. We can be quite liberal. And just in time for the Dodongo room. Feed the Dodongos their tasty, tasty bombs. And give them really bad heartburn. Don't need that fairy. Fly free, fairy. Oh, we picked her up anyway. Haha, he turned around and ate it. Suspiciously not much in this room. Just some bubbles, and they're not even the red kind that will take away our sword semi-permanently. Their curse goes away very quickly. And here is the stepladder. Now this is an odd item, because it doesn't let you climb, as you would think a ladder would. For some reason it lets you cross one tile wide water gaps. You would think that Link could just jump such a short gap, or... thanks. Or swim it. But no. Link has some kind of deathly fear of water, and will only cross it if he can put down a ladder. So now that we have that, you may recall there was a key on an island. And since the boomerang won't pick up keys for whatever random reason, these guys will be much easier to deal with when we have our sword beams. Since the boomerang won't pick up keys for whatever reason, we need the stepladder to cross the water onto the island and retrieve the key. The puzzles in the first Zelda are very simple, but they're just enough to make things, I would say, more interesting than if the dungeons were completely static environments. So we can't go that way yet, because of the locked door. So we have to backtrack to where that key was, and here it is. Now we can return to that room. Let's go ahead and light things up. Probably... Nope, didn't get hit by the trap because we just kept on trucking. Oh wow, some lag there for some reason. Not sure why. Okay. So we do have a key. We could go south. I don't remember what the correct way to go is. Let's go south first, I guess. We can always backtrack if this... Oh, Wizrobes. I think we should be able to block their shots with the shield. Trying to get to where I can experiment with... Okay, maybe not? Yeah, that sound really is a lot weaker than the cool Wizrobe Beam sound effect from the original game. So one of the few areas where the original was actually better in terms of its audio-visual presentation. And we encounter blue Wizrobes in the same dungeon where we encountered red ones. Okay, I think the shield did block that. Yeah, it does. Blue Wizrobes can rapid fire and they teleport through obstacles. They are a candidate for most dangerous non-boss enemy in the game. Here we encounter some statues that will shoot fireballs or energy balls at us. I don't remember if this is the first time we're introduced. No, we were in an earlier room where there were statues that would fire at us. I remember now. Okay, having to deal with Dark Nuts when you don't have the sword beams is always fraught. Let's use bombs. It's not as bad when you get the Master Sword because its damage output is incredible. But these guys have so many hit points that even the White Sword takes, I think, 4 hits to kill them. Jeez, come on, dude. Alright, got him. So I'm thinking now, this is looking like a long path to the end of the dungeon. So probably north was the correct way to go, just in case there's any secrets up there. Your own fire will hurt you if you walk right into it. There was that fairy who can restore our health, but it would be backtracking so far to get to her that I don't think we'll bother. The next level is at the beach. Okay, so the only quote-unquote secret we missed is this old man. Unless the room east of here has a bombable wall in the north? Because I don't think we've been to the north, have we? Okay, we have, but we weren't in the room north of this room. The room north of this one. So let's see if there is a bombable wall there. No. So all I did was trap myself in a room with a pair of Dark Nuts for no good reason. And I don't want to use all my bombs. I am running low-ish. So we're going to have to do this the dangerous way. We do have a potion if we need it. Medicine, rather. Alright. Oh, and we got a fairy. Perfect. So backtracking, all the backtracking got us was a hint about the location of the next level, that it's on the beach. Which, if you were totally stumped about where the next level is, could be useful, but it wasn't an item or anything, so nothing exciting. Oh, Wizrobe respawned. Let's just not bother with him. Gun it and avoid all these traps. Ooh, the blue Wizrobes respawned. Let's not Whew, that was close. Let's not bother with them if we don't have to, that's what I was gonna say. Alright, we have to fight the Dark Nuts again. I'm glad the statues in this room don't shoot at us. That would make this really problematic. Oh, perfect. Now we can kill the blue Dark Nut at our leisure. So this dungeon is definitely a step up in difficulty, just because you start encountering much stronger enemies here. With the blue Dark Nuts and both colors of Wizrobes. And I think this introduced the red and blue bubbles, right? So all kinds of stuff going on in this dungeon. Now that blue bubble is harmless in terms of it won't take away our sword or damage us, but it can bump us into enemies, so it's still a hazard. Okay. Looks like it's just a straight shot east to the boss and then the Triforce from here. More blue Dark Nuts, even though it looks like we can just go through the room, we'll kill them in case anything appears when we do so, an item or something. Been getting a lot of fairy drops lately. I don't think the Gibdos take extra damage from fire or anything, which is a little bit of a missed opportunity, because being mummy enemies, you would think that they ought to, but that's okay. It can damage them multiple times if they keep walking into it, so there's that. I'm not sure this game engine even has the concept of damage types. So here, remember how we saw that one room that taught us we need to push this block because the blocks north and south of it were water? Remember that, because you need to do it again here without the visual clue. Okay, so this is Patra. In the original game, I don't think Patra appeared until the final dungeon where it was a mini-boss. Here it's an actual level boss, and it is completely unthreatening. Because it just moves north to south, it will never approach you. So as long as you stay on the west side of the room, it cannot hurt you. A pretty pathetic boss all told. Manhandla can be threatening, but we were lucky enough to one-shot it with a well-placed bomb, so all the bosses have been quite non-threatening so far. And we get another piece of the Triforce! Let's go ahead and pick up another blue potion, which creates a red potion, and we got it for dirt cheap. I guess let's go ahead and head toward the 6th dungeon. We won't do it in this video, but we'll reach it. And we have just a couple of secrets to pick up on the way. 2 heart containers. The first one, you may have recalled seeing it before, is right here on the beach. Link refuses to jump that gap or swim it, so we do need the step ladder to step out onto the pier and grab that heart container. Just on principle, let's pick up that rupee. And then there's another heart container we need the step ladder to get, which is quite a ways out of our way. I've said this before, but I do like the compressed overworld of the remake, the 3rd quest. It doesn't feel at all to me like I've lost meaningful content. All the important parts are still here, there's just less annoying, pointless screens that need to be traversed. And the world feels more full and less empty with the secrets compressed into... the secrets and locations compressed into fewer screens. Ah! That guy trying to spawn underneath me. Sneaky so-and-so. Get wrecked. Ooh, blue is 5. This differs from future games where I think green is 1, blue is 5, and red is 20. Red is 1 in this game. Use the stepladder to cross the pier. We will not be fools and take the potion. We will take the permanent health upgrade. And now head toward level 6. Oh, sorry. I know a lot of people are really annoyed at humming along with the music, so I'll try not to do that again. It was completely unconscious. It is a catchy overworld theme. Maybe gets a little repetitive when you listen to it over and over again, but it is a classic. And I don't think this was here before. The statue of an ocarina has appeared, which is a pretty obvious clue that we need to play the ocarina here. So, I mean, I guess this counts as a puzzle, but it's a pretty obvious one. Excuse me. And that causes level 6 to rise up out of the water. Pretty cool animation there. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take on level 6 in the next video. Hopefully you'll join me for that, and I'll see you next time. Bye!